The night in the hidden leaf was silent, almost too silent. The moonlight spilled over the rooftops, silvering the quiet village that slept without knowing that one of its greatest tragedies was about to unfold. In that silence, a boy named Itachi Uchiha stood at the edge of his destiny. His eyes, calm yet filled with sorrow, reflected a world he could not save, not without losing everything. From the moment he was born, Itachi was unlike anyone else. A prodigy among prodigies, he understood the world faster than most adults. Even as a child, he could see the pain of war, the endless cycle of hatred that took lives and left villages broken. He hated conflict. He wanted peace. But in a world of shinobi, peace always came with a price. As the eldest son of Fugaku Uchiha and Mikoto, Itachi carried the pride of the Uchiha clan. They were one of the most powerful families in the Leaf, and also one of the most feared. The scars of history had never healed. The clan felt alienated, distrusted after the Nine-Tails attack years before, an event that had made the village leaders suspicious of them. Unbeknownst to the villagers, that beast had been controlled by someone with the Sharingan. Tension grew between the Uchiha and the village's leadership. The clan began planning a coup d'etat to take control and reclaim their honor. But Itachi, barely 13, had already joined the Anbu Black Ops, directly under the Hokage's command. There, he learned truths that shattered his innocence. He realized that the coup would plunge the entire village into another war. Brother against brother, friend against friend. He was trapped. On one side was his clan, his family, his blood. On the other, his village, his home, the place he swore to protect. No matter which side he chose, death awaited. That was when the elders of Konoha, including Danzo Shimura, approached him with a choice. End the coup quietly, or watch the entire Uchiha clan be destroyed in open conflict. They promised peace, but at a horrifying cost. Itachi's heart broke, but he chose the path no one else could, the path of darkness. He made a deal. He would slaughter his own clan to protect the village, but his younger brother, Sasuke, would be spared. Itachi begged them to let the boy live, and they agreed. And so one fateful night, under a cold moon, the Uchiha clan vanished. When the massacre began, Itachi moved like a ghost. His blade cut through shadows, his Sharingan reflected the faces of those who had raised him. His tears mixed with blood as he silenced his father and mother, both of whom knelt before him, accepting their fate. "Take care of Sasuke," his mother whispered. His father looked at him with pride, not anger. "You are truly a gentle child," he said before Itachi's sword struck. Only Sasuke was left alive. When the boy returned home and saw the corpses of his family, Itachi stood waiting, eyes glowing red, face unreadable. In that moment he did something unforgivable, yet necessary. He became a villain in Sasuke's eyes. "Foolish little brother, if you wish to kill me, hate me, despise me, and survive in an unsightly way, run. Run and cling to life." Those words burned into Sasuke's soul. From that night onward, hatred became his fuel. Itachi disappeared from the village, becoming a rogue ninja and joining the Akatsuki, a mysterious organization of criminals and powerful rogue shinobi. To the world he was a traitor, a murderer, the monster who killed his clan for power. But behind that mask, Itachi silently worked in the shadows, ensuring the safety of the Leaf from threats unknown, carrying a secret that crushed his spirit every day. In Akatsuki, Itachi met other powerful figures: Kisame Hoshigaki, his shark-like partner; Pain, the leader who spoke of peace through pain, and others who sought chaos. Yet Itachi never shared their cruelty. Every move he made was calculated, every mission carefully executed to keep the Leaf safe from afar. Years passed. Sasuke grew stronger, consumed by the dream of revenge. Every battle, every breath he took, was to one day kill Itachi. And Itachi watched from a distance, knowing the day would come when he would face his brother. But the truth was crueler than any jutsu. Itachi was dying. A disease had been eating away at his body for years. He fought every day, not just against his enemies, but against time itself. Yet he held on, waiting for Sasuke to become strong enough to defeat him, to set him free. When that day finally came, the world seemed to hold its breath. Itachi stood atop the Uchiha hideout, the air thick with tension. Sasuke arrived, his eyes blazing with rage. The brothers faced each other, the past between them heavy like a storm. "Do you remember what I told you, Sasuke?" Itachi said softly. "To hate me? To survive?" "I've lived for this moment," Sasuke spat. "I'll make you pay for what you did." Lightning cracked through the sky as their battle began. Fire style, fireball. Jutsu collided with Amaterasu, black flames that could burn anything. The ground shook, stone walls crumbled, and memories flashed through their eyes. Laughter as children, training together, the warmth of family. Sasuke gave everything he had, unleashing his ultimate technique, Kirin, calling down a dragon of thunder from the heavens. The explosion lit up the sky. But Itachi still stood, bloodied, yet unbroken. Slowly he walked towards Sasuke, his fingers trembling. And then, in a final moment that froze time itself, Itachi smiled gently. He reached out his hand and tapped Sasuke on the forehead, the same way he always did when they were children. "Forgive me, Sasuke. This is the last time." Itachi fell, his body lifeless before his brother's eyes. Sasuke had won, or so he thought. Later, the truth came to light. From Tobi, Sasuke learned what Itachi had truly done, that the massacre wasn't out of ambition, but out of sacrifice, that his brother had lived and died to protect him and the village, that every step of Itachi's darkness had been to ensure Sasuke would live in light. The revelation shattered Sasuke's heart. The hatred that had once driven him now turned to grief. He had killed the one person who loved him the most. Years later, during the Fourth Great Ninja War, fate gave them one last meeting. Kabuto Yakushi, using forbidden jutsu, resurrected Itachi. But this time, Itachi wasn't a tool of fate. He was free. Standing beside Sasuke again, the brothers fought together for the first time since childhood. They defeated Kabuto and ended the Edo Tensei spell that trapped countless souls. In their final moments together, Itachi turned to Sasuke and said the words he could never say in life. "You don't ever have to forgive me. No matter what you do from here on out, I will always love you." Tears welled in Sasuke's eyes as his brother's spirit faded into light. For the first time, he understood what true strength meant. Not hatred, not vengeance, but love. Itachi Uchiha died twice. Once as a villain, once as a hero. But both times he carried the same burden. Peace. He lived as a sinner, so others could live as saints. Even now, his name is spoken in whispers. The genius who could have ruled the world but chose to bear its sins instead. The man who smiled through sorrow, who walked into darkness so his brother could walk in light. Because in the end, Itachi Uchiha was never a monster. He was a man who loved too deeply and suffered too quietly. He was the unsung hero of the hidden leaf, the ghost who protected it even in death. And when the wind blows through the Uchiha compound carrying the faint sound of falling leaves, it almost feels like a whisper, a voice that says, "Forgive me, little brother." Itachi's story is one of pain, sacrifice, and silent love. The story of a man who gave up everything for a world that would never understand him. He was the shadow behind peace, the blade behind safety, the sinner who became salvation. And though history may call him a killer, the truth is far greater. Itachi Uchiha was the light hidden in the dark.